Welcome to Hot Garbage.
Hello and welcome to Hot Garbage, where we are the only trash talk that matters. I'm your host, Laura, and I'm going to be for real. This is pre-recorded, so we recorded this like 2 days later. So
Tyler's actually getting a vacation, so
Tyler's actually getting a vacation, but he's not allowed to have a vacation, so we have to pre-record things.
yeah,
We're so happy he's going on vacation.
it's gonna be so good.
Mhm.
I'm so ready for it.
You deserve
Yay!
it.
Yeah, you do
You
deserve,
deserve it because of this. You deserve it because of your job. You just deserve it.
Mostly my job. This is fine. This is fun, but
Yeah.
most times.
Yeah.
Please send us
So
pictures of vacation so I can be jealous.
yeah,
Oh well, I mean, it's just
of like your
like a small town in
margaritas.
Pennsylvania, but
Oh,
We'll go
we'll
on.
still send us pictures of margaritas.
Yeah. Oh my
I'll
gosh,
find
margaritas
margaritas somewhere.
sounds so good.
All right, so let's just get into motherfucking share time. I didn't have one until earlier, and by earlier I mean 10 minutes ago. But I have a story about my dog. We were with my parents, and we were outside in the backyard, and my parents have like a fenced-in backyard, and it's like one of like those 6 foot tall privacy fences that are like white. It's like kind of plastic, I guess. I don't know if it's really plastic. I don't know what that
Mhm.
is.
Yeah,
Whatever that material is. And so while we were there, she's never shown any interest in squirrels whatsoever. She doesn't care about it, and for some reason she cares about it now. And so there's a squirrel that was in my parents' backyard. And the thing about the squirrels in my parents' backyard is there's like trees that overhang from like the neighbors. So they they drop down onto the shed and then they get trapped inside of the fenced-in yard because they can't get out because they can't climb on the fence. So they're stuck there until they can figure out how to get out from underneath because there is like gaps underneath so they can get out. They just have to figure out that like that's what they have to do. Um it's really funny actually, but one actually got super stuck and couldn't figure out how to get out at all. So he actually burrowed in my parents' like solar panels. So like they are a problem.
yeah. It's got to be fun watching them try to get out, though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is. It really is. I watched him just go right into it, like just straight on the head, hit it. Like just like decided like his sheer force was gonna take the fence out or something for a minute. I don't know. He never did it again. I watched him try and like ricochet and like fling himself up. It didn't work. So anyway, my dog sees the squirrel, and the squirrel's just minding his own business. And nobody thinks anything of it because, again, my dog's never shown an interest in a squirrel before. But she did, and so she runs at it. And the squirrel goes and hides underneath the shed because we have a shed right there. So my parents decide that they're going to encourage the dog to scare the squirrel out of the yard. Also hoping that if this is a squirrel that knows other squirrels, that they will stop coming into the fucking yard and getting stuck.
Spread the word.
Just tell everyone.
Like, don't go in that yard. So
Danger.
at the encouragement of Grammy and Grampy, she's like, I'm gonna get the squirrel. So the squirrel would come out from underneath the shed, and she would catch a glimpse, and he would run, she would run after him, and it was fun because my dog's in a full out sprint, and this thing's running for his life. And the thing is, my dog, like, she would have never done anything. If she did catch the squirrel, it wouldn't have been anything. It would have been like, tag, you're it, chase me now. Like, that's the type of dog my dog is. Like, it wasn't like, I'm gonna kill this squirrel. It was like, I'm chasing it and it's gonna chase me.
Mhm.
I want to meet your dog so bad.
I know.
So
She
cute.
sounds so cute.
She's a little person. I don't know. She's just so. Anyway, I mean, at one point, she almost catches a squirrel and then he goes underneath the shed. So he, like, at another point, like, he goes, we get her to, like, stop to try and, like, allow the squirrel some time to, because now he's in a blind panic. So we had her, like, sitting there waiting. She's, like, watching him. We're, like, he's, like, sitting there waiting and we're, like, giving him a chance to, like, figure out where to go. So he starts running past Keenan toward, like, this one gate, and she chases after him, and if he just kept going, he could have gotten out of the yard and it would have been done. But he got so scared that he ran back to the shed. So then he tried to go through, like, the garden that my parents have, and she was like, "You're not allowed to touch that garden. Nobody's allowed to touch that garden. I'm not allowed to touch that garden. You're not allowed to touch that garden." But the thing is when she got it, he actually ran away and was in the shed, and she's just sitting there watching the garden, like, hadn't seen him go back to the shed, so he's now behind her trying to find other ways out, and he's running, and she's still just, like, watching the garden. Like, I know he's in there, and he's like it was so funny. It was so funny, but so after a while, after he was, like, under the shed, and we were like, "Okay, let's leave him alone. Let's give him some time to figure out how to get out of here." But we were saying, I wonder how long he hid underneath that shed, being like, "Is it fucking safe?"
Just peeking out occasionally, just like
Yeah. Well, she started to put her nose, like, near the shed, and I was like, "No, no, no, you're not allowed to do that. Like, that's a safe place. You're not allowed that."
he's on base.
Yeah. He's on base. Get away from it. Yeah, so, people might be mad because she terrorized a squirrel, like, she really did. Like, she was playing with the squirrel, but it was terrorized. But no squirrels were harmed in the making, and no squirrel was
No.
going to be harmed in the making. Like, if she did, like, we were never gonna let something happen. Like, it was
Yeah.
never we
I
were right
really
there.
want to. I want to see her get chased back. Like, I think that would be so cute for her to, like, just turn around and be like, "Now my turn." Like, I think that would be so cute.
Well, because we've seen her do it before. Like, she has, like, dog friends. We've seen her do it before. And she was in love with this one pit bull. The pit bull's name was Indica. Sweetest dog could be. Probably, like, made her, like, gentle, if that makes sense. A little bit.
Okay.
Pit bulls are actually what really did make her, like, understand her size, because when she was a puppy, she used to hang out with these 2 pit bulls, and they were always, like, rolling on their back and, like, letting the puppy, like, win and stuff. So she learned, like, size differentiation from these dogs.
That's so cute.
Because
That's
there's a
awesome.
dog who's a puppy out there, and like, she'll, like, go on her back and let the puppy, like, like, feed up on her and stuff. Like, she understands her size. Like, she understands smaller dogs than her. She understands, like, yeah. Yeah, I forget where that was going.
I don't remember.
Talking about her getting chased back and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so Indica, it was funny. They used to throw a stick, and Indica would go for the stick, and she loved playing with Sky because Sky never wanted to get for the stick or anything like that. So nobody ever had to worry about any, like, possessiveness.
Mhm.
So they loved it because she never went for the stick. She always just was, like, chasing Indica, who was chasing the stick.
I love that.
That's so cute.
Yeah. She, like, when she likes a dog, it's real light. They're cute. Like, there used to be a golden doodle named Daisy, and they used to go to the dog park all the time. And there are, like, pictures that we have of the 2 of them just, like, cuddled up together in a fucking hole that they
Aw.
dug. Like, it was.
I
But
love
she's
that.
yeah, she's a rescue, so she's very timid. Like, if a dog doesn't like her, she's never gonna like a dog. Like, even if, like, he warms up to her, it's like, "You barked at me. We're not good."
How old was she whenever y'all got her?
So, so they told us like that she was like 4 or 5 months or something like that, but when we took her to the vet, they were like, no, she's definitely older than that. So we got her like right after Hurricane Harvey,
Mm-hmm.
from Texas actually. Like a truck driver actually like drove her up to us because
Oh.
it was a high kill shelter in
Mm-hmm.
Houston, which I don't like saying high kill shelter because what it really is that they are a county shelter, so they can't deny dogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
It's really not. That's really what it is. So she was in one of these, and so basically she was like a couple hours from getting euthanized. He put in for her, and her picture doesn't like the picture on the website didn't look anything like her. Like she looked like a sickly fucking dog.
Mm-hmm.
And so he like put in for her because he thought she looked like a little fox. So he put in for her. Only he saw the beauty in this dog. And so they were like, hey, they called him like that night and was like, hey, like, do you want her? And he was like, yeah, okay. So then when she got to the PetSmart where he picked her up, because it was like PetSmart charities. If you don't know anything about
Mm-hmm.
PetSmart charities, I highly recommend that you go if you like animals and like read about it. PetSmart's actually like they do a lot for their animal like charities and stuff. They do a lot of like adoption stuff. So that's like it was like an adoption event that they had done. That's how like he got her and stuff.
That's where I
And
got one of
so
my dogs.
yeah, yeah. And so
Mhm.
she comes out and number one doesn't look anything like the picture. Number two looks more like a fox than you could ever imagine. And number three was yeah, and number three was even bigger than he had thought. So when we took her to the vet had pretty much said like I think that she's like probably like 3 or 4 months older than what they told you. So we think we got her at about 6 months, like maybe 5, 6 months.
Mhm.
Because she was left right on the border of Texas, in Mexico, at Border
Oh my
Patrol.
gosh.
Yeah, like right on the border of Mexico and Texas, in a box, just in Border Patrol. That's where they were found, and it was her and like 6 puppies.
She's like me. She's Mexican.
We sometimes wonder if she knows Spanish, and that's why she kind of looks at us like "fuck you," because the girl has expression. Okay,
Mhm. She's
she has
spicy.
she has expression, and like she looks at you like "fuck you," and you're like cool. Like one time, Keenan killed a bug, and he comes in laughing, like cracking up. And he goes, "Yo, the dog just judged me like you would not believe." I said, "What happened?" So he goes, "I smashed this bug that was like it was like a moth thing flying in." And this dog slow turns her head and looks at him and says, I mean, doesn't says, "How dare you?" He was doing nothing.
I love
And
that.
I mean, it must have been because he came in cracking up. He was like, "No, you don't know." Like, and she's done things like that with me too, where she's been like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Girl." Like we say that like she's like Salem from like Sabrina the Teenage Witch or like something like that,
Oh
and
my
she's like
gosh,
Yeah.
I
a human
love that.
cursed in like a dog body. Because I
I
mean, she
just
watches
imagine her
TV.
talking to you in Spanish.
Yeah,
Like talking back to you in Spanish and you just don't know.
yeah. And like, but like, I mean, you've seen the dog watch television. Like, there are dogs that
Yeah.
watch TV, right? And like, you've seen the
Mhm.
videos of it. And then there's my dog watching TV. Like, it'll be like a serious scene of like Grey's Anatomy, and she can tell that it's a serious scene. And so she's intently watching. You guys have seen it. I've sent you videos of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Mhm.
like watches TV. It's not like
She loves the drama.
she really does. Like, I like will have like a random show on and like and she'll be like, "Oh, I like this one." Like, she doesn't like Handmaid's Tale. Like, she does not like Handmaid's Tale.
Oh.
Understandable.
Mhm.
She doesn't really like horror. Like, she knows when like something scary happens. She knows when somebody's dying. Like one time she was watching Scream with me, and I swear to God, she like gulped and like turned. Like, I swear
What?
my dog has comprehension skills. Like, it's not okay.
She might be a human trapped in her little doggy body.
I know, like
Yep.
the more that you hear about her and like the more that you see her, the more that you interact with the dog, the more and more people are like, no, like she really does feel like a human.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I should show a picture, like at least like so that way people know what she looks like.
Yeah. Get rid of some context. That means you have to watch the YouTube, guys.
Yep.
That way you can see. She's very cute. Like honestly, if I posted her on TikTok, I could go viral.
For sure.
Mhm.
Love that
Like
dog so much.
she could in fact earn her weight if we asked her to.
And we
Like earn
should
keep.
you should post her on TikTok again. Go posting on TikTok some more, spreading the word.
We'll put one of the videos of her nibbling.
Yes.
Put her to work.
Child actor. Or child
actor. I'm trying to find one where like you guys could like actually like see her face because it's all just like her asleep, and then I have her like in a cowboy hat. You can't see her ears in this one, but you can see the expression.
Oh yeah, it's
She's so
sass.
fucking cute. I
Yeah.
love her.
Let me find
Mhm.
her ears so that way everybody can like understand that she does look like a fox. Here we go. This is her under a blanket. There she is.
Oh, hello. So cute.
The best.
A little
And they're
fox.
trying to like. You can see her, right? You guys got the
Yeah.
picture? Okay. It's hard for me to see. I don't have my glasses on and I'm blind. So that's my puppy. She's very cute. Maybe on the TikTok or like something, we'll put a video of her nibbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does that. The other dogs do it too. I've seen it. We think it's because she was taken from her mom too early because again, she was found as like a really small puppy in a fucking box. And so everything that like she can just like nibble on, like she'll take like the little ears and like she'll just find little spots that she can like nibble on. And she'll just with her two front teeth. She uses her two front teeth just Oh god. All right. So that's my dog. That's my share time. Stephanie, what's your motherfucking share time?
So yesterday I went to a restaurant called Darkside Pizza in Boerne, Texas, and I met the owner, and the owner said that he has one of the biggest Star Wars memorabilia at his house, and then or on his property. And so he said that on his property he has a separate area, and it's 5,000 feet of just Star Wars memorabilia. And he opened the restaurant because he had so much stuff that he needed somewhere to put it. And he has like legit, like it looks like it came from freaking like the Disney World rides or something.
Did you
Like
walk the grounds?
no, he like said that he like used to invite people, but then like some weird people were coming, so he stopped inviting like anyone out there.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Did he tell you like what kind of things were out there? Like are there like 6-foot tall statues and shit? Like what's
No,
out
there
there?
has to be because like that's he said that he opened the restaurant because he like wanted somewhere to display like the overflow and his really cool stuff. Like
Oh my
his
God.
stuff like looks so legit. It is so crazy.
Journalist me is like I would have been like, what's your favorite thing that you have out there?
Oh my
And
gosh,
like, and then I would have been like, what's the biggest thing you have
question.
out there?
Well, he gave me he gave us his YouTube, and he is wait, let me just double check before.
Like how you
I've recently just
disappear into
watched
your
Star
background.
Wars.
Oh,
Yeah, you kind
Okay.
of disappear in it.
sorry. All right. So, his YouTube is star.killer77, and like he shows his 5,000 foot I guess building on his property where he can
Yeah, like is it
where he keeps all
inside or
that
is it
stuff.
outside?
He said it's separate from his house. And he said
So
5,000
it has to be
feet.
like a warehouse shed. Like you know,
Yeah,
like the
right.
ones that like have like all the like construction equipment that some people have. It has to be like one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
a giant
So
garage thing.
that's what I'm thinking. I haven't watched any of his videos yet. I want to watch them because like that's that's a lot of area to have. And he said it's filled. Like it's filled, and I'm like, I wanted to ask, like, what did you do previously before you opened this restaurant? Which the restaurant's doing really great. They don't just have Star Wars stuff; they have like Jaws coming out of the ceiling.
Why didn't you ask? I'm such a
I
nosy
don't.
person. I like to ask people this stuff.
I don't know. I get shy like when I first meet people, and I just like get scared to ask questions. But
I'm like, that's the coolest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Tell me more.
I know my family was asking questions though, so I was just like listening and like, oh, cool, like that sounds cool.
He has a 52.5-minute video that's just like scale
A
models
tour.
from like it's just studio scale models, just like of the ships and stuff like that.
Scale models?
Yep. Like not like full size, like
Yeah, no,
shrunk
scale.
down, but yeah.
To scale.
I'm
Bye, Stephanie.
I'm gonna like deep
Oh.
dive into like the ship stuff.
I know. I was looking at his stuff, and so I keep like, if I like go towards, let me move this computer screen.
He has one called "I Got Arrested at Skywalker Ranch." I'm so excited
Shut
to
up.
watch that one.
I would follow Mark Hamill into battle if he asked me to.
Same.
Did you see what he was doing on Twitter?
No, I got the notification, but I was trying to watch the subject of our
So
episode
you know,
today.
so you know
But I
how he
didn't-
took
I
away
didn't
everybody's
open it.
like, he took away like the likes, like you can't see the likes or whatever.
Yeah.
He started going on everybody's like, he started liking things, but he would write in a comment like, and he did this like, I'm telling you, like a goddamn ton amount of times.
I fucking love that.
I
love
know.
Mark
I was
Hamill.
like, yo, I'm fucking dying. Oh, I'm like, the greatest thing I ever did was follow him. Mark Cuban. Because I get to watch Mark Cuban just rip people. He's the people's billionaire.
He is.
He's the
Still a
people's
billionaire,
billionaire. He's still a billionaire. We still will make that distinction. But
Yeah.
he's the people's billionaire. All right,
Still going
so
to the
shout out to that
guillotine,
guy.
Oh
What's
yeah,
the place called again?
Darkside Pizza in Bernie, Texas.
We should ask him for a sponsorship.
I know, right? Michael,
I feel
we're
like we
shouting
already
you
gave you a
out.
shout out for free.
Our first like in-person episode is going to be at Darkside Pizza.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, the pizza was
He's gonna
great,
invite us in
guys.
his shed.
The pizza was so good. The drinks were good. And overall, I had a great experience.
We'll write something better if like you want to be our sponsor.
Yeah. Laura got it. We'll get that.
No free ad.
We got it covered. Don't worry. That's not Stephanie's job. That's my job.
Yes. Yeah. And that's my share time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we're
Now I wanna
us like
go.
being like, if we get a sponsorship,
Yes, you
maybe we can
should.
get into the shed.
I know, right? He
That's
said
gonna
he
be our
used to give
goals.
tours.
That's gonna be our goals. Podcast in that shed.
Mhm.
Podcast in that portable hot tub.
Hey man, we're not weirdos. Can we come over?
How do we prove ourselves?
We want him to be our sponsor on our podcast. I mean, we have credibility. He can track us.
Michael.
We talk about
Please.
reality shows. Can you let us in?
Has nothing to do with anything. Come on over. Phenomenal. Dark side of the what?
Darkside Pizza.
Darkside Pizza.
Can't even remember the name.
That doesn't mean anything because we all know about me and names. Okay, remember I was calling Steve Frank for
Yeah,
fucking like 8 weeks in Hell's Kitchen. Oh, it's a trademark at this point, okay? We're gonna get our first sponsorship and it's gonna be him, and then we're gonna come back to this.
I can't wait.
I hope so.
Tyler, you can make this like a flashback thing and like make it like and then like we're in the shed.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
That would be amazing.
I can't wait to go.
Okay. All right. Is that all? Is that it?
That's
Am I
it.
good? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that was good.
So,
Mhm.
Tyler, what's your motherfucking share time?
Do y'all remember, like, I think it was like a couple years ago or something like that. There's people like making all these. There's like boomers and shit making posts about what is it, like how it's rude to say like no problem whenever someone says thank you, like someone in like customer service and stuff like that.
Mhm. I didn't know that, or I
I didn't
never
know
heard
that either.
that.
I
Yeah.
It was some stupid logic behind it, but it was just boomers complaining about millennials and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
But they were saying like it's rude to say like no problem. It's like you're supposed to say you're welcome and all that. And I'm just like,
Oh my
what the
god.
fuck ever.
Oh God.
Anyways, I had this
You
realization.
like it is no problem because I have to fucking be here. It is not you're welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's my job.
Anybody that's ever worked in like retail, the service industry, anything like that went, it is no problem because I have to be here. It's not you're
Yeah.
welcome.
And like I saw some posts like breaking down the difference, like how it's like generational attitudes that like make the difference between like you're welcome and no problem and stuff like that. I'd have to like dig for that to find it. But I realized yesterday that those same people are probably the ones that are just like walking up to me at the store and just being like eggs. Like not
Oh,
excuse me,
You
where
do
are the
that?
eggs? Oh, all the fucking time people do that.
That's fucking
people just say
disgusting.
eggs?
Yeah.
Like
And I just
demanding
ignore
where
them.
they are? That's
Yep.
disgusting.
Yep.
People act like this?
Mm-hmm. All the fucking time.
Who raised you?
Like there's a reason
Oh
why I'm
my
always
God.
in a bad fucking mood. And it's
Mhm.
the
Oh
people
my
I deal with
God.
on a daily basis.
Oh
But
my god.
They don't say like, can I tell you, like, whenever I walk up to somebody, I'm very nice. I'm very like, "Hey, um, I'm sorry, but can you tell me where the whatever is?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's down there
Same.
on
yeah.
whatever." I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be very helpful to you because you're like that. But if you come up to me and just say like one word answers, I'm gonna give you one word answers back. And I'm not even gonna look at you. I'm just like that
Sometimes
aisle.
people are mean to me, but I think that they're just having a bad day, and I'll find it. They told me what number, I can figure it out, I can count.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the other thing. Nobody can read fucking numbers. Like I forget what one guy was asking for yesterday, but I told him, oh, he was asking for like water or whatever. And I was like, aisle two. And he's like, and I'm like, that way. Just like they're numbered, dude.
Like
Look to the
like
left, look to the right, figure out which fucking way to go.
yeah,
Not look
like,
Mhm.
you
down.
gave me enough information, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
If I walk the wrong way, I can just walk the other way again, it's really not that big of a deal.
Exactly.
Like I told you, I am the person who takes out the app and looks up on the app where it is so I don't have to tell the person because I'm scared.
That's fine.
I
That's
mean, I'm
fine,
not
you're still
scared. I
not
just don't
going
want
up
to
to
bother
somebody.
people.
Yeah, I don't wanna
You're
bother
still
people
not
because, like, you're trying to stalk or you're trying to do something if you're out on the floor like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't need you to I don't need you to show me, like, I don't need all
Yeah.
that, like, you just tell
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the
One
same
time I had
exact
somebody
way.
show me, and I said, "You didn't have to show me," and he was like, "I did." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh, okay.
It's like, I'm sorry for taking you away from your job.
Oops.
Okay, shit.
My favorite one of like someone like just asking me something and not knowing where the fuck to go and shit like that. It was I think it was like spring break like a few years ago or something like that. Sunday morning, like 7 a.m. or something like that. This guy's obviously still drunk from the night before. He walks up to me, he's just like, "Hey man, where's the beer?" I'm like, "Aisle one." And he just like does like a complete spin trying to find like aisle signs and stuff. And I go, "That way to the right." And he's like, "Okay," and like starts walking off. And then I like all of a sudden like I pull out my phone. I'm like, 7 a.m. and you can't get beer till noon. Like,
Mhm.
fuck you, man.
Sunday.
But yeah, that's my motherfucking share time. Just ranting about stupid customers as usual. So
Well,
Well,
if
they
somebody
are
said
stupid.
eggs to me, I would be like, "What do you want?"
oh no, I just ignore them. I just keep doing what I'm doing until they say excuse me or like where are the eggs at least. Like
Okay.
if you're gonna treat me like I'm a fucking dog, like fuck you, dude. Like
Yeah. This is why I would get fired because I would say something.
yeah.
I can't hold it.
I can't hold it.
It's a battle. It's a battle.
Like, it's a problem to hold it for me. Like, I really wanna tell you. This is why I'm Kansas.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So speaking of movies, we watched, if you can't tell from Stephanie's background because you're not on the YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
we watched Saved. Tyler had never seen it. I haven't seen it in years. What about you, Stephanie?
I watch it every couple years. I love it. I think it's a really funny movie to have in the background because I've seen it so
I
many
haven't
times.
thought about this movie and I can't tell you how long. Like when I was looking and I saw it on the list, I was like, oh my God, I haven't thought about that movie and I can't tell you how long.
There's a bunch of movies. Like if I get like a night by myself, I will like watch these movies that I love, and like Saved is one of them that I'll like randomly put on.
I can understand that.
Mhm.
Mine is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I think we all know that.
And there it is.
Yeah. I don't think she mentioned it in the last one, did she?
She did.
Oh.
Yeah, I said James Marsters, which was
There you go. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, I mention it almost every episode. I'm sure that there are episodes where I don't mention it, but they're few and far between.
Yeah, there's a good run of like 2 or 3 episodes where you didn't. I pointed it out, I think.
You did point it out at one point, yeah. So Tyler, what did you think about it?
I have to be honest, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. Like I loved what I saw, but we kind of went down our little text chain rabbit hole of weeds and stuff like that,
Oh,
and just
yeah.
looking up other random people because Mary
Fair.
Louise Parker and whatever the guy's name was, that was the preacher.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
what I saw was great. It was funny, it was entertaining. I was too busy looking up things about weeds and Mary Louise Parker.
Yeah.
That's okay. What I figured out this watch through, because it's been a while since I watched it, it's kind of devoid of a lot of plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there is
You're
like,
right.
you know, like there is like a beginning, middle, and end. Like it does have like, you know, like the structure of a plot, but when you really think about it, nothing really happens.
You're
Yeah.
right.
There's a
Like if
story,
you think
but
about it.
it's just things happening. Like that's all it is. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason behind any of it.
You're right.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with the movie, what happens is they are all Christians and they make sure to say that about 15, 17 times within the first like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And basically this girl's boyfriend tells her, I'm gay. And she decides that she's going to have sex with him because it'll make him not gay. They're Christians. And so it doesn't work. He gets sent to Mercy House, which is like a delinquent school, to de-gayification him. Because that works.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally.
Christians. And basically she finds out that she's pregnant. She doesn't tell anybody for a really long time. Hillary, who's played by Mandy Moore, her brother Roland, who's played by Macaulay Culkin, he figures it out with his girlfriend Cassidy.
Mhm.
And the
Cassandra.
two of them are kind of the only ones who know and like help her out and like are there for her. Which moral of the story there, be friends with the heathens.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Because the heathens are always going to be there for you. You can come to us and be like, I fucked up real bad, and we're going to be like, it's okay, baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Hillary over
Yeah.
here is going to crucify you onto Jesus in front of the school.
Mhm.
Hillary
But the
Faye.
heathens are going to hold your hand. Okay?
She is a teenage Karen.
She is a
Absolutely.
teenage Karen.
Mhm. She's
Yeah,
supposed
so
to be played
basically-
by Anne Hathaway
She
originally.
was?
Mhm.
Ooh, that would
I'm
have been
happy
good.
it's Mandy Moore, actually.
I'm happy it's Mandy Moore too, but I could see Anne Hathaway do it as
Anne
well.
Hathaway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just don't think Anne Hathaway would have made it what it was. I think it
You're
was more
right.
Mandy Moore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So basically that's the movie. It ends up at that they end up at the prom, and
Mhm.
Hillary drives into the Jesus out front and wrecks her car, which is probably the funniest scene of the whole movie.
The head falling on her car and her just going, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's pretty much what happens, honestly. Like there really isn't much that happens.
No, there's a lot of funny parts. I think it's funny because like Macaulay Culkin's character and stuff, he really calls out Hilary Faye on a lot of stuff, and I just think it's really funny how all of that plays out. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's kind of a hypocrite.
Yeah, I think that's what like I like about the movie, and like probably why I have watched it so many times, because it's always been devoid of plot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even though I like just like put it together, it's always been like that. And so I think what I like about it is that like you do also have the girl who got pregnant,
Mhm.
Mary, and
Mary.
and she kind of like starts to like unpack religion and like
Mhm.
her relationship with religion and like what she wants, and like just not what like basically Hillary was telling her to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she wasn't a Christian jewel anymore, and she was kind of figuring out her own path, which I
Mhm.
feel like is what Roland did, and I feel like Cassie in a way facilitated that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which they're probably my favorite part of the movie. I think they're so
Me
cute.
too.
It
Me
was
too.
it was painful like watching Hillary, because I knew so many people just like her growing up.
Really?
Yeah, like
Well, you guys grew up
it's
in Texas, so like that makes sense.
yeah.
Mhm.
And like I went to like a Baptist church for most of my life, so it was exactly like that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
like I
I
have
bad.
know.
I have like a lot of friends who are religious and stuff like that, but like it's never been they're never been Hillary. Like that's not what I'm
No.
like they've never like shoved anything down my throat. It's never been like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not like
Same.
that. And like my one like really good friend is married to a pastor, and it's so so like it's really like you don't need to be like that. Like you don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In adulthood, like I've come across like way more like cooler like church people and stuff like that. Like I mean my my brother and sister got married by a preacher with a like fucking neck tattoo.
Oh, cool.
So like there's definitely like cool people out there who aren't shoving it down your throat and like,
Yeah.
oh, you're like
Yeah.
you're doing everything wrong, you're a fornicator and all that shit like Hillary was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Like I feel like Hillary was like the extreme version of everything.
yep,
Mhm.
which we
Yeah.
have a lot of down here. Great.
Yeah. Like not me.
Hillary.
I live near Atlantic City.
Hillary's like hitting up Trump rallies right now, like
Oh, for
as we
sure.
Yeah.
speak, probably.
She's like so excited that abortion's illegal federally.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like
Like she like celebrated
celebrating.
like
Yeah,
on
she's
graves.
celebrating. Mhm.
She was at January 6th.
She is a January
Yeah.
6th. Or her
She was at
husband at
January
least
6th.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Mhm. And he's in jail right now.
Yes, and she's taking care of the kids until he gets out, and he was put in there for such unnecessary reasons, and that's why she's gonna vote for Donald Trump so he can pardon his husband.
Yes.
Her husband was the guy with his feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk, like talking
Yeah.
on her phone and shit.
Yeah. Yes. And she like was cheering him on
Yep.
Yes.
with the kids at home.
She's like probably at home, like crying, like posting it on like all over Facebook.
My husband. And that's how they found him.
Yeah, exactly. My hero.
Proud wife.
Yeah. Proud American wife.
Proud patriot wife.
Patriot wife.
God damn it. Oh, god damn.
This is how we view you. I want you to understand something. You can keep doing what you're doing. It's fine, but this is truly how we view you. Like we make fun of
Yes.
you behind your
Yeah.
back. Like there's a lot of people that aren't ever going to make fun of you to your face like we just did, but we're all doing it behind your back.
We're all just a bunch
If
of
that's not the
anti-American
truth.
commies, though. So
Exactly.
No, we're woke. We're woke because we're not asleep at the fucking wheel.
we can't cancel them.
Yeah, can't. Like, don't watch me. I don't care. That's what Eric Kripke, when The Boys came out, they made one of the
Boys.
characters. Yeah, I love the show. Me and Keenan watch it. I love that show, The Boys. It's great.
I
If
love-
you've never seen it,
Starting
it's
to watch
awesome.
it.
I've seen it.
Did you
and
start it?
Yeah. Or I've seen the first couple episodes, and I don't know, it scared me a little.
No, just keep going. It's fine.
Okay.
I liked the first season, like, more toward the end.
Mhm.
But really, like, the second, third, and, like, now, like, this fourth season is, like, really when it gets very good. Like, you have to get through the first season, to be honest with you.
Really fast. Guys, spoiler alert, it's been out forever, okay? The first, like, episode when, like, the girlfriend, like, gets, like, smashed or I don't remember what happened to her. But, like, that really scared me.
Yeah. So he was basically, like, he's a super fast guy, and he plows into her, and because he's so fast, she evaporated into
Yeah.
fucking particles of
Yeah.
blood.
I
And that's
didn't
what
like
happened.
it.
I loved it.
Awesome.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
My stomach immediately hurt, and then, like, I don't think I couldn't get back into it. But I'm gonna try
It's very
again.
gory. I'm not gonna lie to you. That gore factor never
I
changes.
love gore. I don't know why I didn't like that. The boys.
Yeah.
So
It just gets you off guard or something.
I think it caught me off guard. I didn't expect that. So now I know.
There's some stuff that you're like, oh my fucking god. How far did you make it, Tyler? You said that you started it.
No, I never started it. I want to watch it.
You haven't?
I
Yeah.
thought you. Never mind. Well,
It's fine. What
No,
we
you're
spoiled
fine.
for you was quite literally the first, like, minute.
yeah.
And like
Like,
I already
it's like
know stuff about it. Like I'm not worried about it. So
the guy who plays Homelander is fucking phenomenal. He creeps me out, like, in real life because of who he plays on camera. Like, I don't trust shit about you, dog. Like, I don't care if you're the nicest person ever. I don't trust shit about you, dog.
just means he's a good actor.
Mhm.
Oh, he's so good. I'm like, get away from me. Go over there. No, but Eric Kripke, basically, like, a bunch of people were, I don't know how you say his name. I don't know if it's Kripke or I don't know. Somebody else said it some other way. I don't know how to say it. I say Kripke. Um, but he basically, like, I guess, like, people were like, oh, like, I don't really like what you did. Like, I can't believe you did that or whatever. Like, one of the characters is, like, gay now. And, like, I think that people had, like, an issue about it and stuff.
Yeah.
And
On
he
the
basically
show?
was like, yeah. And he was basically like, okay, don't watch it. I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing what I want.
I've
Mhm.
seen all that stuff lately. Like people are saying like, oh, he's going woke and stuff like that. He's like,
Yeah.
this show has always been about Trump.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning,
It's
like
always.
that's what it was.
I mean, like, from that's why I said, like, season 2 on, it's Trump in your face. Like, it's literally like, I mean, it's like he's spelling it out for you. He's like, I have some things I need to say, and I think a lot of you need to hear it. And, like, the people that need to hear it are like, you're woke. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
There's gay people in the world. Deal with it. Deal with it. At this point, deal with it. There's gay people and they're allowed to be gay, and you need to shut the fuck up about it and deal with it, or shut the fuck up about it.
I know, like,
Go.
sorry, I'm just like, why can't you just get past it? It's gonna happen. Like, you can't prevent it. Like, just freaking, it's not affecting you. Just let it be. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why they gotta shove it in my face?
They're not.
They're not.
They're living
Why you
their
gotta
life.
why do you have
they're
to shove
just
your
living their lives.
heterosexuality in their face? Do you think
Yeah.
why do you have to do that to them? Maybe they don't want to see you and your wife making out all the time. Maybe they don't want to see you guys like all over each other. Maybe they don't that either.
I really
Put
need to
yourself in
stop
their shoes
doing
for
that
once, you
while I'm
fuck.
being recorded.
Doing what?
I really need to stop doing things like that while I'm being recorded. That's going to be used against me one day. That's what I do. Like I lean into like the opposite side just to make fun of them.
Someone's just gonna like take it out of context.
Yeah, they're
It's
just
like, I'm
gonna
being
clip that.
sarcastic, dude.
Yep. All of a sudden they're gonna be like, "Can you believe Tyler said this back in 2024?"
You're sarcastic, dude.
Why they gotta shove their gayness in my face?
Clip that again.
This does relate to the movie Save because they fucking
It does.
because they sent the fucking guy away to like make him not gay anymore, and it's like, dude, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
I loved what Patrick said when he said that places like that don't really help the people that are going. It helps the people who send them there.
Yes.
Mhm.
I loved that. I
Yes.
thought that was a
That
great little
it is.
line.
Because it's so true. Like, they're
Mhm.
fine with, like, it's you that has the problem. It's you that makes them feel this way. It's you.
Yeah. There's a lot of great like messaging in the movie. It's just like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
said, like there's no plot. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a story, but there's not a plot.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, even, like, how, like, the heathens are the ones that hold her hands, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know? Like, there
And
is,
they're the
like
ones who are supposed to be like the bad people, and they're the only ones that accept her and help her out through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because heathens.
Mhm. I
Hell
think
yeah.
we tag ourselves, we're just them, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, as a
Yeah.
whole. Mhm.
Yeah, there is no tag yourself in this because I think we all identified in one way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, but I mean, you know, I do really like the movie because I do like the messaging of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there really isn't anything that happens, like, if you're watching it for a plot,
Mhm.
you're not it's not that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a story that's going on, like, the whole time, like, she's pregnant, she's trying to hide it, she gives birth at the end, but that's not really what the story is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, that's not what the plot is.
It's
So
like
they
Well,
a
that is what the plot is, but
Oh,
that's not
yeah.
what the message
yeah.
is.
It's
Yeah.
like it's basically like a coming of age movie. Like
Yeah.
it's her like, just kind of figuring out her life going from, this strict like black and white like Christianity has to be this way to
Yeah.
like, maybe it doesn't have to be that. And then she gets to the end where she's just kind of like, yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think that, like, if, like, you think about, like, in the beginning of the movie when she's like, "I go to a really good Christian school, like, we're really good Christians, like, Christian,"
Mhm.
and then, like, toward, like, keep going and, like, she never mentions it again in any of her voiceovers and stuff, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. Uh-huh.
yep.
Yeah. I do like the movie even though it is devoid of I do like it, though. Um, like I said, I haven't seen it in years, but I've seen the movie a bunch of times. It used to be on, like, one of, like, those, like, encore stations. Or, like, those
Yeah.
movie
Yeah,
stations,
you're right. Mhm.
and I used
Every
to
time it
watch
was
it on
on there.
that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
When we were like talking about it the other day, like I told you, like I know I've seen like stuff about the movie. I never actually sat down and watched it. But what I liked, like or what I saw, I liked. I just need to actually go back and rewatch it without making connections to weeds.
Mhm.
Which yeah, I think that that movie happened before Weeds,
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
because
did.
this movie was in 2004.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
And
then I
then
think
Weeds
that
was like
they
what,
end up on
06?
Weeds together. Because he doesn't come around till season 2 technically, right?
Uh
Or does he die
yeah.
in season 2?
No, he dies in like season 3, I think. Or maybe
No, because season 3 is U-Turn.
well yeah, there's like a little like connection with them. Like isn't U-Turn's the one that has him killed, isn't he? Spoilers for
Y
Weeds.
Yeah.
But
I think so.
Yeah,
I gotta
U-Turn does no, the, the
What is Weeds
Armani people
on?
shoot him in the
oh
back of the
yeah.
head.
That's well
Oh,
no, because there's the whole standoff with U-Turn, them, and
He dies at the end, I think, of 2, and then, like, 3, I think that's what happens. I think it's, like, the last episode of 2, he dies.
yeah. He was
this
the
is
primary antagonist of season 2.
Okay.
yeah.
So it must have been at the
I think you're
very
reading
end
the
of
same
2
thing
that
as
he
me.
dies. Because
So
season
like
3, he's not in it, because that's when she's running around with U-Turn.
yeah, okay. So I guess he comes in like right at the end of season 1, I think, because doesn't it end on her like finding the
Yeah.
jacket?
Yeah, that he's a DEA agent. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
I'm rewatching it so I can let y'all know.
Okay.
I want to rewatch it now.
I love Weeds. If you've never seen Weeds, I highly recommend it, especially the
So
first couple
good.
seasons.
Oh yeah.
I think once they get to Renmar, it kind of, like, falls off a little bit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gets a little weird, but I mean it's still interesting.
I love Uncle
Shane is a
Andy. He's my
fucking
favorite. Oh yeah, she's crazy.
I think my
Oh,
favorite line of the show is it's right after like Andy shows up, and it's him and was it not Dean, uh Kevin
oh
Nealon's
yeah,
character.
the other
I forget
one,
what his name. Yeah, but like
Doug.
yeah, Doug.
Doug.
They're like sitting on the couch like high as fuck,
Oh
like
yeah.
trying to figure out like they both call like they called like the taint like different words. And then Lupita walks in. They're like, Lupita, what do you call the thing like between the dick and the asshole? And she's like, the coffee table.
I loved her. I
And they're
forgot
just
about
like,
her. She was so good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I love weeds. When
Same.
the baby is when it gets like really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hated the baby.
Yeah, that's
And
whenever
that
it starts to
random
get
time
weird.
jump was pretty fucking bad too.
Oh yeah, like the last season.
No,
I
there
can't
was like
remember.
there was the one where she was, when like she goes off and then she comes back and she's living in New York, and then there's that last season. And there is a time jump in that one too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a while since I've rewatched it, so I'm
And
We
once I
watched it
get
doing
like
to
it
the
6
now.
months
end,
ago. What?
yeah. Once I get to the end, I kind of like fall off like with paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't
That
think
last
the last 2
season
seasons.
should have never been made, and honestly, the probably last 2 seasons should have never been made.
I agree.
It was probably something where like Showtime like made them like keep going or something.
Yeah.
Like they had like a
Probably.
natural ending and then just kept it going. So
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like the natural ending was definitely when they like set fire.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
that should have been. I feel like it should have been the natural ending because after that, she is that when she.
That's when they go to Renmar.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still watch like the Renmar stuff.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'd say like the ending is like when she gets arrested. Like it should have probably just ended there.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
I do love when they are in Renmar and they have to kill the grandmother, and so they unplug her and she's still breathing. And Nancy's like, "Go get me a pillow." Because she realized that they were gonna sit there and listen to her like do that for hours. Oh my god, get a pillow. And she suffocated her. Like we didn't see it, but she did.
God, I love that show so much.
Me too. It's a good show.
I think she actually says, "Shane, go get mommy a pillow."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the episode ends. Oh god. All right. So, if you haven't seen Saved, you can find it on a ton of shit, honestly. It's you'll find it. It's on
Mhm.
like Tubi, it was on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime. We watched it on Peacock.
Mhm.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everywhere right now.
I think it's one of those ones on YouTube as well, right?
Yeah, I think so too. Like
As
you can
well.
find it if you want it.
Yeah. I know we didn't really
Um,
like, get into it, but it is a good movie. Like definitely go watch it. We just kind of kept getting sidetracked into other things.
Mhm.
Also because there isn't much of a plot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like we would talk about just scenes like scenes that don't really make sense unless you watch the movie, I feel like. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that happen like that we can talk about, but like it wouldn't make any sense. So I think
Yeah.
like, like talking about the overall message is really what the
Mhm.
movie's about.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I really like it. Tyler, you said you really liked it. You were the one who hadn't
Yeah.
seen it, so
Yeah.
yeah, like I've seen it a bunch. I'll probably watch it again at some point. But yeah, I didn't realize how little plot there was.
I didn't either
Yeah.
till this
I
time.
was like, "Oh, shit.
Once you actually have to pay attention to it, you
Mhm.
realize
Yeah,
it.
you're like, there's nothing actually. I was like,
Mhm.
I'm not taking notes, but that's because there's nothing.
But it's still a good
Um,
movie, even if we're saying there's nothing. That's what we're for sure.
It's like, how do we convey that point to where it's believable?
Yes.
You just
'cause
got
we
to
didn't
keep
lie either.
reiterating it.
I'm not lying.
We're beating it
didn't
into your
sugarcoat
brain
it.
like Hillary does Christianity.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, you guys can find it. Go watch it if you want. I think a lot of people have seen it. I think it's like one of those movies that like gained traction as time went on and it became like a cult type of thing.
Mhm.
I could see that.
Yeah. Cause like I think when it probably first, I don't remember like hearing much about it. There's a fly in my
I don't remember how I found out about it. I think it was just on Encore, and I watched it one time, and I
I
liked
think
it.
that's what happened with me too. I watched a lot of movies like that. Like But I'm a Cheerleader.
Mhm.
You guys know that one?
I've just
She's
barely
like a
saw that movie
lesbian.
for the first time, like, a couple months ago.
What?
But I'm a Cheerleader.
You did see
Just
it?
I just barely saw it for the first time, like, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It was on, like,
I saw
Freevee or
that
something.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, God, there were a couple movies I've seen from Encore that like are like one
Mhm.
of like those like random fucking cult things that like most people don't know them from. I like those like
Mhm.
random movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I also had after I watched it on Encore, I saw it at Walmart in, like, the $5 bin, and it came with, like, a bunch of other, like, teen movies.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they
Yeah,
used to
so
have like 3 of them together.
uh-huh. So I had it, but, like, in one of those little packs.
I had
That's
movies
awesome.
like that where like it was like the 3 of them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, good old days of DVDs.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually miss it because now you don't own anything physically.
Yeah. Like even if you buy
Yeah.
it, like they can still just like take it away from you once like you're paying for a license pretty much. You're not paying for the actual movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah.
annoying because you used to buy the actual movie for $20.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Here we are in
Yeah.
America.
Yay.
I mean, that's a worldwide problem at this point.
That is a worldwide
Yeah.
problem. It's really not just an us problem.
Yeah, you're right.
We really
As
like
much as
started
I love
relying on technology.
A
yeah.
2024 problem.
As much as I would love to just blame it on us, it's not an us problem.
It's
No.
not an us problem. As much as I want to make that correlation because like I just want to, I can't.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you guys so much for listening. As always, please follow us on our YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Hot Garbage Pod.
You made it through. Good job.
Yay.
Your session go there for a second. You heard it.
It's only like a second. It's fine.
I had a Joe Biden like stutter step.
Uh,
Okay, just had a little like. It's okay. Like when you go over the speed bump too hard and you're like, "Nope."
Oop.
Okay, we made it through though, guys. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And as always, stay trashy. You
Great
know
standby.
what? I used to work at like a place where like it was a grocery store and they used to sell alcohol. It was like one of like it was like a special liquor license in New Jersey because New Jersey doesn't have like beer and stuff like that in
Yeah,
grocery stores. You have to go to a
state
liquor
stores
store.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. But this place they did because it was on like an island. It was a thing. So we used to have rules like that too, where like you could only buy alcohol at like certain times or whatever.
Mhm.
And I forget where I was telling that story.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah. I don't
I will
remember.
cut that.
sorry, but it was gone as fast as it was in there.
Love that.
It went
It's
ping
okay.
pong and went right back out.
It happens to me all the time. Don't worry.